It's only the day after Halloween, and I'm missing it already. Halloween is my favorite holiday. I mean, come on. It's the one holiday where it's okay to wear black. It's perfectly normal to have an odd hair color. And if you can't tell from this video, it's pink. Wearing dark makeup, or funny rings, or earrings, or heavy black eyeliner is all perfectly normal on Halloween. And you get to watch scary movies. And this brings me to my top 5 scary movies.
I have love in me, the likes of which you can scarcely imagine. And rage, the likes of which you would not believe.
My number 5 is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Although this movie is more of a Greek tragedy than a horror film, I love it and put it on this list for its ability to show truly good and truly evil qualities in almost all of its main characters. Robert De Niro's portrayal of the monster is so real, so full of human life and emotion. He feels complete joy, complete rage. It's a must-see for anybody who has ever felt like an outsider, who's ever felt like they didn't belong in their own skin. This movie simultaneously entertains, yet breaks my heart every time. I mean, how can we all seek to be loved, to find where we fit in, and yet we choose to discriminate, to hate, to cast out those unlike us? So for its ability to show the duality in all of us, its portrayal of man versus beast, I chose Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as number 5. I couldn't quite decide on just one for this number, so I chose The Ring and The Grudge. Both of these films were adapted from Japanese horror. They both have decent effects and good eye candy. They both start out really strong and give me the creeps for most of the first half of the film. But then they lose me. I understand the plot just fine, I see where we're going, but both endings just seem to be, I don't know, Americanized? Put into a nice tight package so we can all go home and feel safe. So they don't really rank higher on the list because they feel like half a movie, rather than a whole horror film.
Here's Johnny!
Let's move on to number 3. The Shining. What can I say? This movie has all the great elements of a masterpiece in cinematic thriller. Its cinematography is fabulous. The direction is superb. Jack Nicholson delivers a performance that's not only realistic, but draws you into his state of mind. It's a masterpiece. There's really nothing else I can say. Number 2, I chose Rosemary's Baby. This movie starts out sticky, sweet, and super simple, like a cotton candy Doris Day film. But soon it begins to turn. Mia Farrow does a wonderful job portraying the innocent and lovely Rosemary, who eventually gets duped by almost everyone around her to birth the son of Satan. The movie sticks extremely closely to the book. The sex scene with Satan is surprisingly surreal and yet realistic. The entire movie is phenomenal. Now, I know many criticize it for not showing more during the sex scene or the horror of the child at the end, but I felt it left just enough to the viewer's imagination, a theater no director can touch. I also feel that too many horror films today rely on gore and blood and effects, when this film shows that none of that is necessary to get a good scare out of your audience. Psychological thrillers are the best.
Is there someone inside you?
Number 1 on my list is The Exorcist. This movie is the horror movie that I judge every other horror film by. It masters the primal fears of humanity, madness, random evil, transformation, degradation, and thrusts them right in your face. The movie has always and will always be the benchmark for truly horror films in my book. It is definitely number 1. And that's my top 5. So if you find yourself jonesing for Halloween in the middle of the year, you know where to start. See you later. Bye now.